Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS-Inform. I'm your host, Bill Potter. We are running a series where you can meet the candidates running for office in the upcoming municipal elections that are being held throughout the area. And in Jasper, there obviously is a race, and we'll be talking with someone running for City Council. Please welcome to the studio, Adam Auffart. Adam is running for Jasper City Council, District Number 3. Adam, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
I think what we'd like to know is first of all, tell us about Adam Auffart. Who are you?
Pretty much a lifelong resident of Jasper. Grew up and was raised here. Graduated 1996, which is coming up on 20 years now from Jasper High School. I've lived away from the community for about 3 years in Chicago. I've been back close to a little bit more than 10 years now, and I work for the Purdue University Technical Assistance Program based out of VUJC. I have a wife, Nina, who works for Master Brand. And we have a 1-year-old daughter. So we live on Emily Street. Been living in District 3 since I moved back, and just love the city of Jasper.
What then made you decide to run for office?
I think it's one of the things you want to be involved. I think our city government sometimes needs a younger, fresh perspective, and a lot of times younger people don't really get involved. I wanted to do that. At the same time, council seats just don't come open very often. I know you can always run against the incumbent, but typically when somebody gets in the office, they're in the office till they choose to get out, and we had an opening in District 3, and I thought now was a good time. It's not like I'm busy with a 1-year-old, so I thought, hey, why not throw some more stuff into the mix, and my wife and I discussed it, and we thought, let's give it a try.
Now, I know oftentimes the districts are really kind of chopped up and such, but roughly where is District 3 for Jasper?
I would say District 3 is probably one of the more chopped up ones, and I think it has changed in the past. But essentially around the hospital, you're kind of bordered by Highway 56 and 231. So if you're kind of in that range, and the high school is kind of a border as well, so it's not really an easy map. But if you're in that range, there's a good chance around St. Joseph Church, to the west of 231 and that area as well. So you kind of go that route and you wind up St. Charles Street and you cross Highway 56 and you go down Klemper Road. One side of the road is, one side of the road isn't. And then it kind of goes into the Skyview neighborhood and winds its way over into the Ireland neighborhood, the Brescher Edition, as many know it. So it's kind of a big district, and as I'm going out walking door to door, some of the houses are pretty spread out. So I'm getting quite a workout here doing that. But it's a good district, and I'm proud to live in it, and hopefully proud to serve the constituents. So.
Well, now let's talk about some of the specific things for the Jasper City Council. And it's kind of an open-ended question, so you can address this how you'd like. What are the different issues or concerns that you think the Jasper City Council will be addressing now, and will be addressing in the future, and how would you address those?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very exciting time for the city of Jasper right now. We have lots of projects going on and lots of opportunities. I think the biggest issues are going to be how we manage through those projects. I kind of liken it like I myself have purchased 2 homes and renovated them. And I kind of look at the city like that a little bit, where you have to be very cautious of how quickly we do things and to make sure we don't overextend ourselves in some of the projects. I think there's great opportunities out there, and I think the biggest issues that we're going to face as a city is going to be more budgetary. Tax caps will inevitably make our budget smaller, so we have to be very careful about the projects we get into, and the long-term effects of some of the economic incentives that we do. I think we need to be very conservative and try to, I think, learn from other cities' mistakes, as well as looking at other communities and cities around the state that have used some of these tools successfully, and try to do what they do and not do what the other places that have gotten themselves into some debt. So again, I think it's going to be I kind of call it just a cautiousness that we need to do when looking at these projects. We have a lot of things that we can grow on. I think we're doing a really good job of having a master plan that we've identified some of the things with. So that, to me, is a step one that's out of the way. We know what we want to do. We know where we're going to go. And I think we need to just really kind of take that roadmap and really look at long-term things, and not just a quick short term of, okay, we're going to do this, and we're going to have a, but we have a lot of great things. You got the parklands that we can develop. The opportunity with the cultural center, I think, is a great opportunity. Some of the redevelopment that we're having. So a lot of things, and you start looking at the riverfront and all the opportunities we have there. But all those things cost money, and you can't get into every project all at once. And I think that we just really need to be cautious and make sure that we have kind of a list of to-dos, and you don't necessarily put a swimming pool in your backyard if you need a new roof. You take care of that first, and then you kind of start working down the list. And I think that that's a good approach that we need to do as a city.
What do you think you bring to the table for City Council?
In nature, I'm fiscally conservative. I think that that's a good trait to have, especially when dealing with taxpayers' money. It's not your money. I also, I have a lot of business experience. Recently got my master's degree in business administration. So I kind of like to take things with a business approach when handling taxpayers' money. I think if you kind of draw up a conservative business plan and go that route, I think it's going to be good, and you're not going to waste money or get yourself overextended. Kind of look at it like, how would a business do this? Here's an opportunity. Identify it and look at the threats and the opportunities, and those in business they call it a SWOT analysis: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And I think if you really take a look at things, you can make a pretty good decision based on that, and take kind of the emotion out of things. I think I'm an open-minded problem solver. I try to go into everything with an open mind and not have a set conclusion or a dog in the race necessarily for that. So I think that that's a good approach to do things, and I think it's okay to disagree. It doesn't have to be an emotional thing. And I think sometimes, I've been to some of the council meetings, and there's a lot of animosity that's going on there. And I think that it's okay that if somebody doesn't necessarily see something from my perspective, and try to put yourself in their perspective and see it a different way. I think that's a good approach. And my job allows me to work with a lot of businesses and help with problem solving and things like that. And I think having an open mind and taking a calm, wise approach to things is a good way to do things. And I think I bring that to the table.
Now, at this time, we're going to let you just speak to the voters and explain why you think they should vote for you.
I would really appreciate your vote. I think at the end of the day, I think young people need to get involved. I think that I bring reason and wisdom to the office. I'm a younger person, but my background allows me to look at situations and learn from them. So I think that I have a passion for the city of Jasper. I've lived here almost all my life, except for several years, and I have a 1-year-old daughter, and I want to make sure that Jasper is the same kind of place that to grow up for her that I had. I think we have a lot of civic pride here, and I think all these projects, I think doing the right thing and going about it the right way, we're going to accomplish all those things. It might take a little bit longer, but I'm a big believer in taking small steps. Anytime you do big, massive change, you're only successful with it if you take little small bites at a time. And so I think I bring that approach, and I'll work hard every day making sure that the taxpayers' dollars are spent wisely, and they represent things that represent the most people that you can. You're not always going to make everybody happy with your decisions, but the goal is to try to make as many people happy and to serve as many people as you can. I think that we have, cities are basically designed to provide some essential services. Roads, police, fire, etc. Here in Jasper, we've been very fortunate to have to go beyond those essentials with our parks, our arts commission, all those things. So I think I'll hopefully help make decisions that allow us to keep maintaining where we're at with those services and grow on those to make Jasper a better place for everybody that lives here now. But also our future is going to really need people to move here as well. We have jobs open and things like that, so inherently we need to grow our population to fill the jobs that we have, or the companies are not going to create the jobs anymore. As well as, there's nothing wrong with having somebody choose to live in Jasper and work outside. There's tax benefits for the revenue for us, obviously, but I was talking to a couple last night who had moved here from Lagodi. One of them was from New York. And I asked, simply what made you choose to live here? They work at the Crane Naval Base, and they could choose to live in Bloomington or Bedford or even Indianapolis or Evansville, and they're commuting, and they felt Jasper was this kind of hidden gem. They cited our school systems, they cited our park and rec department, our hospital is top notch, and the physicians that we're able to attract here. So I think we need to focus and really look at big picture items, and I think I'm the candidate that can do that and keep an open mind and make good decisions.
All right. Adam Auffart, thank you very much for being with us.
Well, thanks.
Hope you enjoyed meeting Adam Auffart. He is running for Jasper City Council, District Number 3. Thank you, Adam. Thank you for watching WJTS Inform. We're local people watching local people.